As Ecuadorians, we all treat unemployment as a topic far away from our reality. But we all know that at least one friend or family member has suffered from it. In Ecuador, the unemployment rate hasn't been constant, but in the last decade it has surrounded the 6.5% of the economically active population. These employment and unemployment statistics reveal that the active population is composed of 7,605,189 workers over 15 years of age, of which 5,144,148, which means that 67.6% are urban workers, and 2,461,041, which is the 32.4% are rural workers. The absence of employment is more present in these rural areas, where around 90.2% of the rural economically active population possess unemployment conditions.
Unión Amazónica is committed to solve unemployment all around Ecuador.
Our solution, a policy proposal that requires the private companies to implement a percentage of social minorities in their workforce and labor production depending on the magnitude of the company's annual profit.
Change will start in May 2024 from the Ecuadorian Work Ministry. Its application will depend on how big each private company is considered, from an annual income of $100,000 to huge enterprises. $100,000 annual income companies will start by a 5% employment inclusion program, which means that at least 5% of their workforce and employers must be social minorities.
This percentage will increase by 3% on each $100,000 of profit increase until it reaches the annual income of $1.6 million, which must have at least 50% of their workforce composed of social minorities. Companies that apply this policy will be benefited by a 5% reduction on their annual income tax.
But how are we going to finance our plan? It will be financed by a small percentage of capital of the private companies involved in the project, also by the government and ministry support and the Central Bank of Ecuador. In this way, and with your help, we will achieve our goals. The economic growth increase in the economy's output of goods and services of 8% on the annual Ecuadorian production profit, resulting in $13,000 million. Apart from the reorientation of the education system, integrated social minorities development employment program, offering a training scheme to all relatively big private companies in Ecuador. Companies benefit depending on their ethical behavior, and a constant reduction on the unemployment rates in Ecuador until it reaches the 3% in the next 5 years. Take my hand and walk together through the path of progress.
Join Comunidad Amazónica.